Hello. Thank you everyone for coming by the stream. I see that some people are new here. I want to say welcome. I want to thank you for coming by the stream as well. So we're going to jump back into Wind Waker. Our very special version of Wind Waker that I spent time modding. Again, links to the mods in the description. If I remember to do that, I'm pretty sure I did. But for those of y'all who don't remember, I have modded Amy into Wind Waker. And last time we just beat the first dungeon. Hi, Mandamar. And now we have to go head to the south to get to the Forest Haven, I believe. And I think I am going to need to get stuff in my selected for that. Would Silver be an Ocarina of Time? That would be really fun. I've been thinking about commissioning a mod for Fallout New Vegas where I can play as Silver instead of the player character. Because I think that would be a funny situation for Silver to be in. We are playing the GameCube version of this game as well. So we don't have the, we can't get the special sale that makes it I don't have to change wind directions anymore. What is the game I'm playing? This is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, but it has been modded to fit my purposes. And someone is also modding Ocarina of Time to put Sonic in it. I think I'm going to end up playing that. I mentioned them last stream, but I'll show off their stuff again this stream. Why is tomorrow's stream starting at 9:30? I'm going to the rodeo, and I don't think I'm going to be back in time for my normal stream time, but I like streaming on the weekend. Hi, Darth. Thank you for coming by. Finally, Peak is back. Thank you. And... yeah, because I gotta feed the fish whenever I get somewhere. So, like, in Texas, the rodeo isn't just, like, the rodeo. It's, like, a carnival around it. Mod a Dragon Ball game to replace Future Trunks with Silver. That would be really good. Silver would fit Majora's Mask. That would be really good, too. There's a lot of good ideas with that. Oh, wait, I can actually deal with some of the towers too, because I have the grappling hook now as well, and I don't want to lose any of the bonus stuff. I'm gonna get that though. Yeah, this is more important. That would be really good, though. Maybe I should commission Silver for Majora's Mask. How often does the rodeo happen in Texas? Every February. Thank you for the kind designs on my Ebony the Cat redesign. Someone on Tumblr thanked me for giving her pants. I really like the design you did. I'll probably show it after the stream. Because there's a bunch of other art I'm gonna show off after the stream. So Darth, link me the Tumblr post just so I can show it off. Because I'm gonna be showing off a good couple people's art. So I want to show off yours too. And I can just drop. Shadow the Hedgehog in Silent Hill 2. That is a mod for the Silent Hill 2 remake, and I am going to stream that when I get to the Silent Hill 2 remake. Mod to the Back to the Future game and put Silver as Marty McFly. think I'm about to hit my rupee limit, too. Will mine be there? If you tag me in art to show off, I will show it off. So tag me on Blue Sky or Twitter. Even if it's old stuff that I forgot to show off before, that you may have tagged me in before, just so I have it just like at me real fast, and I'll do that at the end of the stream. A mod where you play Doom as Omega, that would be really good, actually. I want to do that. I need to get like a bunch of like non-Sonic games modded to be Sonic games. Okay, I'm at my top rupee limit. The one of Venom. Okay, the Makar Venom will be relevant because Makar is here this stream. You got a 5-second Raid Shadow Legends ad. We will be seeing Makar this stream, so that is relevant. I don't need to do that because I'm full on rupees right now. And I don't think I'll be able to get a bigger rupee bag until, like, much later. Forgot how slow the... yeah, it's slower. Super Mario Galaxy, but Blaze instead of Mario. I would like that. Can I just DM you the art I'd like you to share on? You can do that, but I like promoting your social media, too. So, like, if you want to link, like, your Tumblr or something like that, just send me that link, too. But yeah, I can also just show the link if you just want to DM it. Like, if you just want to DM the art, we can just do that way. Just however you want to do it. How often do you upgrade your rupee bag in this game? I think it's, I forget the exact amount of times I gotta do it. Paper Mario with cream would be funny. Oh, that just kills him. I thought I could get him. Godzilla Unleashed, but Perfect Chaos. But Biollante has replaced with Perfect Chaos. That would be really good. That would be really good for Overhaul, like Unleashed Overhaul. I'm sure I can get someone to make that mod. Paper Mario with Shadow. There's one with Shadow that I have talked to someone about getting made. So perhaps in the future soon we'll have Shadow in a game he should distinctly not be in. Besides the Silent Hill one I already mentioned exists. If this is rupees, it's gonna be a waste of my time. No, it's a bottle. That's good, actually. I needed a bottle. What's that over there, though? I need to see what that is. Hold on. Let's switch to the telescope real fast. There's something in there. I'll figure that out. Werehog Among Us. Ooh, just caught that. And then I think there'll be some more joy pendants up here. My goal is to get all the joy pendants, because there's a thing in this mod that like adds something for Amy when you get like enough joy pendants. And I want to make sure I get that as early as possible. Come on. There we go. Okay, so this is random, but I have a feeling there's an out-of-context clip of your shorts on the Sonic Wait, okay, so, okay, this is very random, but I keep having this feeling that an out-of-context clip of your shorts on Sonic Comics will be in a Chazington video, if you know what that... I know, I've heard of this YouTuber. I'm afraid. Why would my clip be there? I'm frightened. When do it's a Vic the Cat kiss? I did not show your art off yet, April. I will do that near the end of the stream, because I want to make sure as many people are here as possible. Is a clip of one of my shorts in a different YouTuber's video? The Legend of Amy Wind Waker, correct? I've never gotten to the island when it's raining before. This is new. Will it just immediately clear up, or am I just... Is it gonna just be rain? Okay, it immediately cleared up. I need to feed that fish. Let's... Probably the telescope, because I do need the grappling hook. I just know he does that in videos. I'm... Being perceived is something I fear. Which is very funny for someone who makes content to say. But I'm also trying to be more outgoing with different creators, so it's a fun experience. A lot of creators are really cool. But I have this fear of being perceived. Have you heard about all the recent slander about Shadow and Mighty? This was an argument that never needed to happen. Like, I don't know why. Why is this beef happening? Okay, mark my map. I'm in a Discord server, and this one user came out of lurking to post something within an hour and a half of him coming out of lurking. I clocked that he works for a specific federal government department. That's funny. Fish. Should I get more bait? I think maybe I should. Well, I can get that as I'm leaving. I don't need that right now. I won't need that till like later islands. The Pentagon, that's funny. It's not the McDonald's. Now I get something special from you. There we go. Okay, so this replenishes my magic. One hit. One hit. That's funny. That's funny how quickly you can get through them. Is there one of you up there? There is. Okay, I gotta align this just right. Not the squid. Not the squid. Mimic, get out of here. I will get you. Oh, I'm not like at a perfect height to hit him. Oh, that's annoying. You I need to get, though. You ever think if they did a Mario and Sonic crossover, should it be something like an RPG or something like the adventure games? I think an RPG would be the cleanest thing to do, rather than having to design Mario and Sonic's individual platforming mechanics. But they could do that. So we're gonna ignore the fact that the Mario Legend of Zelda takes place in the same universe that was a piranha plant. It's very close. Big tree. How many can I get in one run? Did I get them all? I think I got them all. No, I missed two. I want to get this. I'm gonna have to knock him down again, I know it. Come on. There we go. Some bad acne? It's funny. I ain't reading all that. I'm always saying this. I don't know if you've already talked about it on another stream, but your thoughts on Whisper and Tangle's voices. I like them a lot. I had trouble, like, I kind of get, like, had thoughts about what Tangle should sound like, and I think it kind of met that. Whisper I was never sure about, because there's a lot of different ways you could take Whisper, but I think they did an excellent job with Whisper. I must apologize, I was in error. I saw your clothing, and suddenly I felt a longing for an age gone by. That longing caused the ancient tongue to pass my lips. I am the guardian spirit of the Forest Haven, the Deku Tree. I owe you my thanks for your aid in ridding me of those foul creatures. Tell me, was it not the King of Red Lions, the boat, who speaks and who led you to this place? So it is true. Then you have come because you need the Pearl of the God. Okay. I see. I knew there was a real reason the monsters had begun to congregate in the regions. Da-da-da-da-da. Ganon has returned. Koroks, little children of the woods. This traveler is not your enemy. Let your hearts be at ease and show yourselves. Still some little guys. Just some little guys. What do you call yourself? Amy Rose? Well then, Amy Rose, these are the Koroks, the spirit of the forest. Once took on human forms, but when we they took on these shapes. Little guys. As it happens, you have come just in time for the ceremony that the Koroks hold once every year. It is about to begin, and they shall grant you the pearl to you once it's complete. I must apologize for the brief delay, but the ceremony is not complete soon, and ill fate could befall us. So let it begin. Are you ready, my children? Makari got taken over by the Venom symbiote. No, it's not that. Oh, great Deku Tree, Makari fell into the Forbidden Woods. What? The Forbidden Woods? Told him to be careful, but still Makari flew above the Forbidden Woods as he... Foolish little Makari. You heard all this? Right beside... We gotta do a platforming segment that I don't really like. I do want to get the potion I can get here, though, for the bottle. People cannot fly through the air. Thoughts on Kristen Bell voicing Amy in Sonic 4? She wasn't any of, like, my picks when I was like, oh, I I'd like this person to play Amy. I'd like this person to play Amy. I'm sure she'll do a good job. I don't really have strong feelings about it, but I'm sure she'll do fine. Like, the casting, I think, has been really good for the movies, so even though she wasn't, like, a name that was in my head, I'm sure she's gonna do good. And she has a background in voice acting, too, so I think it's good. Okay, where is... Because I know there's a little alcove where I can get a different little spell thing. Yeah, here. Okay, I think I gotta show it to him. Or can I not get it until... No, I grabbed the wrong thing. Can I not get it until... Okay, no, I can get it now. Hi, Sheldon. Would you want movie Metal Sonic to have a voice? I kinda would. I kinda... Or at minimum, I would like him to become Neo Metal at some point, and then get a voice. I would like a voice to come out of Metal Sonic in some way. Blue potion. I want movie Metal Sonic to Hugh. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Okay, so I think the platforming starts at this side. I need a heart, though. Wow, no, not giving me any hearts here. Oh well. I want to make sure this is aligned before I go forward. Post-credit scene with the Brotherhood of the Metallics. I would like that. This part, I think I remember messing up a lot on when I was little. Because I gotta get the right... Okay. I think this is aligned. There we go. And we get a reference to Sonic 06. Maybe. I'm thinking it's entirely possible that Silver is in the near future. Seen a lot of people thinking Agent Stone made the Metal Sonics. Maybe. It depends how much they're gonna stick to the concept art. Because the concept art they showed like a potential future where it's like Eggman took over. Which I don't know. We don't know if they're gonna bring Eggman back. They might. I think they probably will. But like, you know, it depends on what Jim Carrey wants to do. I think it's also entirely possible you could pull like a Robo-Robotnik and completely replace our version of Eggman with someone else, but I don't know how, like, that was fine to me as a comic book fan. I don't know how, like, movie audiences would take that. There we go. Okay, so it's like a little to my left. Will I make it? I think I might. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, an actor will usually come back if, like, they're offered the right number. Never gonna have him... But do you think the Battlebird Armada could be villains of a movie or... Like, if they do a Tales, like, spin-off thing, Battlebird Armada is perfect for that. Excuse me. Alright, I gotta wait for this thing to come all the way around. Oh, and I gotta avoid these things. Ah! I'm gonna get him. Oh, into the sea. I don't even get your loot. They did the Knuckles spin-off and didn't do any of the characters associated with Knuckles. Look, I know this is true. I know this is true. I want it to get better. I couldn't finish the Knuckles spin-off. I'm sure I saw some people liked it. I didn't really care for it. It just wasn't for me. I got about halfway through the Knuckles show before I was like, maybe not. Get back up here. What character do you not want to see in the movies? This is a good question. Because, like, I'm thinking of some characters that, like, oh, this one's annoying, but it's like, but would I, like, want them not to be in the movie at all? Jeffrey St. John. I don't want Jeffrey St. John in the movie. Oh, wait, this does something to him, right? Okay. Imagine if Sonic 4 had references to Sonic X. They put Chris Thorndike in the movie. Oh, Vixie, you don't like Chip? Come on. Hamlin. Hamlin's another correct answer. Yeah, I think if the Knuckles series was a cartoon, it both would have, like, cut down on budget, too. They wouldn't have spent as much on it. Yeah, what's wrong with Chip? He's your friend. Never played on me. He's small, so I assume I would dislike him. That's... That's really funny. All I want is ice cream to help others. I gotta stream Unleashed. What do you have against Porker Lewis? I don't know if I have anything against Porker Lewis. Can I make it there? But I need to go down there, I think, don't I? Any thoughts on the Mario movies? They're fine. I don't think they're like cinematic achievements, but they're fine. Like, I enjoyed when I watched it. Like, I'm not, like, super hyped for the next one, but it's like, oh, I'll probably see it. It'll probably be fun. But I honestly haven't been going to theaters a lot lately. Even, like, movies I've been hyped for, I just haven't been going to theaters. I don't know why. Maybe it's just working a lot. Maybe that's it. Open those peepers. There you go. Another thing they could have done was if it were a prequel that shows what he was up to before the second movie. I would have liked that, honestly. Better question about them if they ever add spin-off characters. Which ones do you want to be in it? I want the Freedom Fighters in it. I think they would be fun additions, even if like they're only there once. When Shadow the Hedgehog show up to figure skate to NFN wearing jeans, there's like 10 things happening. 10 things happening in that message. Oh no. I haven't gotten to watch Predator Badlands yet. I really want to. They were playing it at a party yesterday, and I was like, oh, I really want to watch this, but I didn't want to get any spoilers. I want to get whatever's in that, that thing over there. The chest, that's the word. There's gotta be like a thing to grab. Or maybe it's up at the top and I have to throw it down. That seems to be like something that would happen. Can I make it to that one? I cannot. Can I make it to that one? With this. Exclusively with this. Ooh, I don't like that. Okay. Mario Galaxy, we're gonna get a Star Wars reference. This Amy model has a charm the original doesn't, and I think that's why I like it better. I think it's cute. I think it's a very cute model for Amy. Ooh. That's the way I'm supposed to go. And drop. I think I make that. I cannot. I cannot make that. Okay. If Ebony the Cat was in the mainline series, I like the idea of Eggman having a Reed Richard amount of stubbornness about there's no such thing as magic. It'd be funny. He would have to get over it like Reed did, because Reed doesn't know Doctor Strange now. He has to get over it at some point. I think there would come a point where Eggman would be like, wait, I can use this to my benefit, actually. I'm super into magic now. I hit the right button. You get out of there. Can I make it over there? I might be able to, but I don't think I have something that can open that yet. I get you. Okay. Maybe I have to come back for that. Evil Super Sonic making some story about Sonic going through his one bad day, gets his super form corrupted. I think, because they do in Sonic Adventure, they do like Chaos uses the negative power of the emeralds. I think you could bring in like Evil Super Sonic or Dark Sonic by like having Eggman forcibly put the negative energy in Sonic. Wizard Eggman with Jim Carrey is something you need to see now. That would be fun. Like, you can do Evil Super Sonic, I just don't think you can have Sonic attain that, like, willingly. But you can definitely find a reason to justify doing an Evil Super Sonic or Dark Sonic. You get down right now. One bad day is what everyone latched onto, but the entire point of the Killing Joke is disproving that outlook. Unless you listen to what the artist says about that story, about what the final panels of that story are. The artist for that story has an entirely different outlook on that. When's the next Sonic Racing stream? I should probably do that in the near future. I should probably at some people to be like, hey, do you want to play Crossworlds during the Tangle and Whisper Festival? Movie Eggman would call a child a beta while waiting in line for trading cards. Oh, it was the eye. I was like, something just spawned behind me. Hold on. Yeah, the festival is this week. What am I looking at? Amy Rose is in Zelda. I just want to... But hold on. I need to check something real fast. Oh, that's crazy. That's really cool. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything, but that's really cool. Hi. The one bad day was just an example. I think there are plenty of ways you can do Evil Sonic, Dark Super Sonic. I just want to wait for Sonic to turn bad. That's fair. How many characters out there actually use magic? I know Naugus and Ebony do. Tails' grandfather. Who else? Alright, I remember the trick for this. It's been a while. I'm remembering my my strats. It's been a while since I played this game. I'm trying to think of who else does magic. My dog is playing in the background. So she's like hollering a little bit. I don't know if y'all can hear the dog barking in the background, but she kicked her her ball under the couch, or she's just having a time right now. What did I get stuck on? Are there Sonic comics that touch on dinosaurs in Sonic's universe? Archie, I know, mentions dragons specifically. These things freak me out a little bit. Well, might as well deal with them then. Okay, y'all have to hear her. I see it getting picked up on the mic. I don't know if she's playing or if the ball's stuck somewhere. I should probably check that if she keeps going. If you could have one appear, Snively, Grimer, or Stone appear in one of the games, which one would you pick? As much as I would love to canonize older characters, I think Stone is the most fun one of those three. Because I think Snively is at his most interesting when he's kind of like traitorous, but that would be like the plot, right? That would be like what the game would have to be about, is like, you sound different than in your videos. Yeah, I have like a voice that I kind of do. So like when I do videos where I'm like, this is the time that like, I do a little bit of different, my relaxed voice is different than my narrating voice, because when I do my narrations, I really want to like, make sure I'm like clear and that I'm understandable, but I know when I'm on stream, sometimes I just like, I'm not 100% understandable. The upcoming Crossroads comic has a dino on one of the covers, if that's counts. I did see that. I am looking forward to that comic as well. Would you ever do videos on scrap/teased Archie storylines that went nowhere? Ian Droid, Ivan Kentober, Rotor blackmailed for being... Remember that one. That was a Ken one. That's gonna have to be specific in a Ken video, that one. Grimer is underrated. I do agree with... But scrap storylines are really interesting to me. So I would love to cover scrap storylines, especially if I can get a hold of, like, scripts. Or like more detailed information. I know I've gotten a script to like a canceled comic, but I want to like really go into detail with it, so I got to commission a bunch of art for it. You should pitch a Sonic comic that touches on dinosaurs, even if the story is a faithful adaptation of Jurassic Park. That'd be a funny idea. I think I can get it. There we go. Yes. That work? Yes, it did. Well... Starline is like Starscream and Shockwave. This is a little true. About the scrap stories, if you cover them, would you cover the Sonic Archie Online fan comic? I'm probably going to be covering stuff about that soon, because one of the people involved with that comic has been routinely reaching out to me, and they're really cool to talk to. And I know it's been talked about that I might get to cover some stuff early, which I'm very excited to do. That's not confirmed, but it's like, people are cool. A lot of people in this fandom are really cool, and I'm very honored that like people involved with this franchise and people involved in just the creative stuff like want to reach out to me about stuff. That's really cool. And I'm very grateful and very humbled that y'all reach out to me sometimes. I thought y'all despawned. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You have a Discord server. I'm planning on it at some point. I've had a lot of friends and other content creators reach out to me about potentially moderating it, because if I do a Discord server, I want to make sure it's a really well moderated one, because it seems like whenever like bad stuff happens in this fandom, it's in a Discord server. So I have a little bit of anxiety about that, where I'm like, if this is poorly moderated, it's my fault. So I want to make sure it's the best it can be if I do it. You recently got back into I should... There is, a Gmod mod, yeah, that, puts, like, Sonic's playstyle into it, and I've been debating playing through one of the Half-Lifes with that, because I think that would be really funny to do. A Discord server, or is that one Twitter? Maybe. I don't know. I try to actually not... I try to, like, I don't really actually touch on a lot of drama with stuff, so I don't know, like, the specifics of a lot of stuff. When I see, like, drama happen, I'm like, ooh, I'll just not participate in this. I am stuck, I think. What is happening? Half-Life with Shadow would be funny. I think Shadow would be great for a Half-Life mod. It would be like him, if it's the first Half-Life, it would be like him going around a lab. So that might be perfect for Shadow, actually. God damn it. If you do Half-Life 1, there's a really funny Sally Acorn mod where she can't push the buttons because she's too short. What mod is this? That's really funny. If you, like, have social media, at me with the link to that mod, because that might be really funny to do. I can't hit the buttons, I have to jump. Get away from me! Okay, I had the perfect amount to knock him off. I see you. You are not slick. Could be Gadget or one of the custom avatars, and the gravity gun is a Wispon. That would be good. Ooh. I gotta commission a lot of mods, because there's a lot of good ideas for mods. I'll tell you one mod that I'm thinking about for Halloween. So a modder who's doing a different, like, Sonic Wind Waker mod, and I'll show their stuff at the end of the stream again. I talked to them about, potentially modding Shadow into Luigi's Mansion, because I play Luigi's Mansion once a year, every year, but I've never streamed it. But I think it would be really funny to do Shadow's Mansion. I think that would be really funny. And then mod where, like, Luigi says Mario with him saying Maria. I think that would be really good. So I'm gonna commission that mod eventually. I don't know when I'll do it. I don't know if that's a this Halloween thing or if it's gonna be a like maybe next year, because I want to do it around Halloween. Since Sonic just collabed with the Justice League, you wonder if they'll do Avengers. That might be in the future, but honestly, so what I'm want, and I've done a whole PowerPoint about this, if people want it, I'll show the PowerPoint again. So Sonic's crossed over with DC now twice. DC is currently having a crossover with the wrestling company AEW. I think it's time for Sonic to cross over with AEW, and I did a whole PowerPoint where I outlined what characters should be crossing over with who. Like, Sonic would be with Orange Cassidy, who's a wrestler who never takes his hands out of his pockets. Shadow would be teamed up with, John Moxley is one. Amy would be teamed up with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, who are the Babes of Wrath. And I'll be like, she'd just be the third member of that. But I'll show that PowerPoint if people want to see it. Amy would be if they do a Marvel, like if they do a Marvel like Sonic crossover, she has to have Thor's hammer, right? There's no other thing you could do, right? It's like it's the thing to do. Oh, don't DM me because I don't think my DMs are open because for reasons I get a lot of messages sometimes. Just like at me and I'll see the notification. Just like publicly at me. You could probably make a good video about potential Sonic crossovers. That would be fun. The thing I like about crossovers, it's not just like, oh, what if this character met this character? I like when you get like thematic parallels that you don't like think about. And you can kind of like pull the thread of like what those characters' ideas are. So, like, one of my favorite comics is Jason versus Leatherface. And, like, not because, like, oh, I just like them as, like, horror movie characters, but because, like, their backstories, like, make them resonate with each other as characters, and they get treated as characters because of this. And it's kind of like a sad story where, like, by the end of it, you don't want Jason and Leatherface to fight, because it would be sad if they did. So, like, that's what I kind of like in crossovers, when it's more than just, like, oh, these characters meet, and, like, oh, this is, like, characters finding more meaning in each other. And I think the last DC Sonic crossover did that really well, actually. I think, like, there was a lot of, like, character interactions that I thought were, like, this is, like, expanding on these characters in ways I really like. People argue that Sonic should be Flash or Superman, but in truth, he's Hal Jordan. Little mean to Sonic. Sorry to my Hal Jordan fans. I think Hal Jordan is low on my favorite Green Lantern tiers. IDW has Godzilla. Why haven't they done it yet? Yet you give me false hope about that one, Squid. So Godzilla is like... So Toho used to, and I know this because I'm friends with Matt Frank, who works on the Godzilla IP, and he's also tweeted about this publicly. Toho used to be really hands-on about crossovers. I'm talking with my hands, so I'm not moving. But recently they've been like more like, okay, we want to crossover stuff, which is why you see stuff like DC and Godzilla, Marvel and Godzilla, The Great Gatsby and Godzilla, and right now what's coming out is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Godzilla. So I'm sure every IP is on the table. If a Sonic's one's on the table, I don't know. I would love that, though. I would, like, actually scream full volume if they announced one, though. But Sonic has the Justice League crossover right now, so, you know, Sonic is clearly open to crossovers, too. So, you never know. And I am hoping for it. I do also think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Sonic would go really hard, though. And I always bring this up, that, like... They were at Archie at the same time, and now they're at IDW at the same time. I think it's perfect for them to, like, meet. Godzilla fighting Perfect Chaos, I would love. Ah! It got me. We did get the Godzilla crossover in Sonic Rumble. This is true. And I think that's why I think it's very possible we'll get the comic crossover at some point. Because, like... Also, I'm thinking about, like... What if... Like, just what if, like, that gives us a second Rumble crossover, and we get, like, Gigan and Megalon, and, like, some of my lesser-known Blorbos in there. I've always been a fan of Zilla, which is the 1998 Godzilla design. I like him as his own monster, not necessarily as an iteration of Godzilla, but, like, I would love to see that. I would love to see him in the game. I might play no one else. Getting them in Cross Worlds. You have to put, like, some of the Godzilla aliens in Cross Worlds. That'd be fun. There's a lot of good human Godzilla characters you could put in Cross Worlds. I think would be fun. Picturing a little Godzilla in a tiny car. Oh, I'm getting rupees, and I'm full on rupees. I was hoping that was gonna... I already got... What did I think it was? Weird. Black Arms variants of Kaiju would be sick, actually. I'm thinking about that. Like a Black Arms King Ghidorah. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and, like, only, like, my Godzilla heads are gonna know this. A Sonic crossover being Bagan's first appearance, and Bagan is, like, a mutation made by the Black Arms. I think that would be sick. Put Minya in Cross Worlds, because no one is asking for that. I like Minya. He's cute. He's ugly cute. I like him. Put Kamata-kun in Cross Worlds. So for my non-Godzilla fans in chat, Bagan, because I see some people like freaking out about it. Bagan is a monster who was supposed to be in like 6 different Godzilla movies and has always been like canceled at the last minute and like replaced with a different monster. And he's made, I think, like 3 official appearances at this point. That Bagan was in the game Super Godzilla as the final boss, and then and now he's in the children's puppet show. Oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of it. It's on YouTube. But he's in like a puppet show for kids now, with like where the Godzilla characters are the main ones. And they've done both an adaptation of the game in the show, and they're adapting I think now they're adapting the unproduced Mothra versus Bagan. Gojiban, that's what it's called. I don't know why I blanked on it. I've written a thing about it. I feel very embarrassed. Bagan is also in Battle Line. I don't play Battle Line, so I didn't know that, actually. I'm like the one person on the Wikizilla crew who doesn't play Battle Line. So I never know when things are happening. He was also in the Godzilla Studio CD thing. Yeah, that's the only reason we have, like, official images of what his live-action design would have looked like. Metal Overlord versus King Ghidorah, I would love. No, wait. Mecha King Ghidorah, but it's Metal Overlord. So, like, the middle head is the Metal Overlord head. Oh, I missed that. Feel like Tails and Kiryu would get along. I like Kiryu would be such an interesting, like, Godzilla character in the context of Sonic. So for my for everyone who's not Godzilla pilled, Kiryu, his backstory is that he isn't just a mecha Godzilla. He's the ghost of the original Godzilla. Like his soul is in the machine. So he has a lot about that like living machine yearning to be free thing. And I think that like links so well with so many Sonic robots. Like Kiryu would be like a very interesting character to have in Sonic stuff, just for that reason. Metal Sonic copying biodata from multiple kaiju. Turn into a variant of Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla Metal Sonic would be sick. My boy Shard. Shard and Kiryu would get along. I'm stuck. What am I stuck on? Sage. Ooh. Sage, like, directly interacting with the original Godzilla's ghost would be great, actually. Oh, they killed them. Those killed each other. This is not good. Okay, got one. Amy getting along with Kiryu because she remembers how Gamma Why are you making me want things that I don't even think are on the table if this crossover happens? Kiryu on Scrapnik Island. Oh my god, these are all such good ideas. I would love that. -1 crossover with Godzilla as the... That would be like the... I think that would... I mean, I think like that's also very interesting because like I don't think a Sonic thing would go quite as hard as like -1 does in like the messaging department, but they have given the same message on occasion. Like my view of the metal virus is like persisting in the face of hopelessness. That's always been my view of the metal virus. You can watch my video about Sonic horror if you want to see my full thoughts on that, because that's just how I view the zombie genre in general. But like that's what Godzilla -1 is also. You persist because you have to. And I think that like thematically that stuff could line up. Can we get Ian Flynn and Matt Frank in a room? I think it's funny. I've talked to Matt a few times, and I'm like, Matt, you should do like a variant cover for a Sonic comic, like because he works at IDW too. So I'm like, you should do that. But Kermit, what's some more illegal? Briefly inconveniencing Matt Frank and Ian Flynn, or destroying Godzilla X Sonic crossover? Now, I want to say this, and people don't follow Matt Frank. Matt Frank just drew art of Bunny a little bit ago, and it's so good. Ooh. I'm gonna take your stuff real fast. Let me steal your stuff. Hold on. You hit your friend. That was not kind. I'll take your necklace. Welcome back, Nemesis. I'm getting cooked, I ain't gonna lie. Ooh. I think that's the boss key. Where was the boss? Oh, is that the way out up there? Okay. Oh, I already have this equipped. Godzilla Generations Maximum Impact was on Dreamcast and redesigned the kaiju. Maybe we could bring it... I love those games. I love both the Godzilla Generations games on Dreamcast. Dreamcast is my favorite console, despite it having the most uncomfortable controller to hold. I think Dreamcast and Nintendo 64 are up there with like consoles that are like have really good lineups of games, but you look at that controller and you're like, baby, what were you doing? I think Jet could fit in the cross. Jet teams up with the giant condor just for me. Tikal and the Shibojian would work great. Jet Jag. I didn't even think about Jet Jaguar. That would be good. I would like that. Okay, I just went that way. Okay, did I just go in a circle? I think I just went in a circle. I should maybe look at the map. Let's look at the map. Second floor is the boss room. Okay, so I just straight up haven't gone in there. Giant Condor is the 4th Babylon Rogue. I haven't played the Dead or Alive games. Is that a thing I should do? Now I'm daydreaming about Supersonic and Kiryu piloted by Amy going into battle with Godzilla. I would love to see like art of like Amy dressed as a Metal Sonic, Metal words, Mecha Godzilla pilot. My Twitter, I'm sorry if I accidentally added. It's fine. You're good. I don't mind being added. Dead or Alive Extreme beats Volleyball Extreme when? Never. Get me to do 100k subs in a week and I'll do it. The Shibojian helped Tikal repacify perfect. He has a lot of good ideas with this. Okay, I think I gotta... Gun would probably have the 90s Mecha Godzilla. I don't think that one's lame. He does have little hands, though. He has little baby hands. I like that one, though. Especially when they put the, They put the big old backpack on him. Why does Amy have a picture of Link in her book? This is heresy. Someone should mod to fix that. Would GMK Godzilla work in the Sonic comics? I think it would be a very interesting idea. Honestly, I think GMK Godzilla would pair most well with Shadow, because like GMK Godzilla's like biggest thing is like punishing like a society for its misdeeds, which is like Shadow's Adventure 2 thing. So like if you wanted to do that in like a character who would resonate with like what GMK Godzilla feels, and like it kind of being a tragic story about them fighting, Shadow is the one you would go with for a GMK Godzilla. I'm gonna save right now. Hi, Connor. Thank you for coming by the stream. Yes, I would like to continue playing. I might get 2 dungeons done tonight. Oh, actually, I know the next dungeon is not really a dungeon. It's sailing around for 10 minutes. But yeah, I think I can do that. He's gonna get got. Just a little guy. Shadow fighting GMK Godzilla could have SA2 Last Story vibes. It would be sick, I think. I think it would be a really good idea. Now, when I was little, this boss fight always frustrated me. But can I... Damn it. Okay. She's got 1 left. Ugh! I got you. Ow. Oh. Got him. No, they got 1 more left. It's over there. Got him. What would you say is the scariest character in any piece of Sonic media? That's an interesting question. I think this is... Red Potion is health, right? Very displeased to be drinking this. Who is the scariest? Like, was there one that, like, upset me? That's a good question. Like, because I talk about, like... When I talk about, like, horror in my Sonic horror video, it's not always about something being scary, it's about, like, the things horror can, like evoke, right? So, like, I don't know if I've ever found one, like, scary. I know they've, like, there's depictions of Eggman that I would say, like, are scary, but I wasn't, like, frightened by. This was faster than I thought it would be. Space Godzilla with Chaos Emerald powers. So, remember the fake Chaos Emeralds from Sonic X? What if Space Godzilla was growing those? Mephiles is definitely one. Mephiles is eerie. Scariest one is the guy from the Sonic CD Easter egg. Swordsmaid, are you the one who rescued me? Yeah, my thanks. The lizard character from Sonic Movie 2's concept art from Being 2. That's a fair one. I know that one. I forget their name. I did a whole video. Rava. Is it Rava or Rawa? I think it's Rava the Destroyer. They are in the Sonic 2 prequel comic that IDW put out. A lot of the Dark Mobius universe. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I did that one as a Halloween video, too. So when I covered all of Dark Mobius, that was like a Halloween video. So yeah, that's fair. I'd say that one was a scary one. This is a little guy. Look at him. Chaos Space Godzilla being able to use Chaos Control. Even better, Space Godzilla, but because of, like, Space Godzilla's crystal power, he can just nullify all Chaos abilities. I think that would be a fun one. Like, Shadow tries to use Chaos Control, and Space Godzilla's like, no. Ooh. That's a good idea one. Yeah, he's a sad little guy. He's a little dude. Amy's just happy to be here. Be like Master Emerald powers. That's a good point. Now the question is, and this is the question just for chat, if you were doing this hypothetical Sonic Godzilla crossover, would you make it that Godzilla and Sonic have always shared a world and they just have never directly interacted, like crossover Earth stuff, like the older Marvel DC stuff do? Or would you do like what they do currently where they do multiverse stuff? Which one would y'all do? Have I replaced any other characters? No, but there is another mod that's doing something like that, and I'll show that off later. I showed it off last time too, but I want to show it off again just because I really like it. Sonic Live is the scariest Sonic character. These are some little guys. I like them. All I can say is that if a crossover happened, Sonic at some point would have to run up his tail and bop him on the snout. I think that would be really fun. Mobius Godzilla. Because you could also just be like, if you're just doing Godzilla in a story, like, you can just do, like, oh, like, Godzilla's been asleep since 1954. Like, 1954 happened, that Godzilla got taken out as he does in normal canon, and then, like, but it's fine now. The new one has been sleeping. Tails Doll's another one. Tails Doll is one that started out as, like, non-threatening, but then, like, the fandom, like, added scary elements to it, and that just got incorporated into canon. You just got another Raid Shadow Legends ad. Space Godzilla sends... That's a good one. Space Godzilla, like, deliberately sending. Mail's here. Good evening. Letters for Amy Rose? We have one letter. Here's your letter. Dear Amy Rose, if you are reading this letter, it can only mean you have peeked inside one of our many post boxes. I am indebted to you. What a word came out of my mouth? Indedicated. I am indebted to you. I'm very sorry I let you leave without thanking you. Please accept my heartfelt apology along with my thanks. We cannot do much to help you, but we can at least do this. If we get any letters or parcels for you, we will deliver them to a post box near you. If you see any wiggling post boxes, please look inside them. I suppose you have a long and... I see it. It's Kamali's father. It's gonna be a... Oh no, it's a piece of heart. I thought it was gonna be like a rupees, and I was gonna be like, I can't hold anymore. Sonic come out of a kaiju portal and help defend Tokyo. That would be fun. Okay, so I think... Oh, the wind's already going the right way. What? Multiverse is easier. That's true, too. And plus, you can always, like... You can, like, directly feed off of the DCX Sonic stuff and be like, oh, well, Eggman is now just going to different universes and, like, just plucking things that, like, he thinks will help him. So, like, he's like, oh, I can I can control Godzilla, which he can't. That's like a plot point in Godzilla media. Do you think Dark Oak might be inspired by Black Doom? See, when you get into background production stuff, because, like, I don't think so. I think Dark Oak might have been conceptualized slightly earlier. That could be wrong. I'm trying to remember the release dates of Sonic X stuff. What's your thoughts on the Metal Virus AU stuff an artist is doing? You gotta be more specific if I'm gonna be so real. There's a lot of, like, zombie AU stuff I've been seeing for Sonic, and they're all different. A lot of them are really cool, though. A couple years ago, I wanted to see a Star Wars crossover with Sonic because I want to see him fight a Dark Trooper. And that's real. Sometimes you just want to cross over explicitly because of that reason. I'll feed the fish later. I'm going to worry about map completion later. Dark Oak is one of the best villain designs in the Sonic franchise. I think, it's the Metarex, right? That's the word. Yeah, Metarex. The Metarex are all really cool. Thanks for coming by, Connor. I'll see you next time. Ooh, Eggman and the Decepticons would be really good. That's a good idea. I like that idea a whole lot. I think this is when the big tornado starts spawning, but I can't take care of that until I have the bow and arrow. So I have to avoid the big tornado if I can. Because I don't think I get the bow and arrow until the Temple of Gods. Ooh, there's a thing there. We're gonna go over there. Oh, there's a couple things there. I think we're gonna hit up all those boats and the tower. Let me switch which things I'm using. Yeah, because I think I can get some joy pendants from here. I'll check out their stuff. I'll check out that artist. Let me write that on the side in a note. I'll message it to myself. 1 second. I'll probably check that at the end of the stream. Yeah, there we go. I just messaged that to myself, so I'll remember that artist's name. Oop. What just happened? Okay, now it's working. I was worried for a second as I clicked back on. Give me your joy pendant. Thank you. And give me yours. Thank you. Where did the... Oh, there they are. Dark Oak was one of the only villains to usurp Eggman as the main antagonist. Well, I think that's true if you're talking about for a long period of time, because a lot of Sonic games do end with Eggman being betrayed. So that might be true. Now, an MLP Sonic crossover isn't like an inherently bad idea, because Ian's also written for the My Little Pony comics. So, like, he knows both characters. He knows both sets, so he could do it. And you're gonna give me your thing. Thank you. And into the water you go. Day 100 of hoping for Ultraman versus Sonic. I think it would be fun. I think Kamen Rider and Sonic would be fun also. And you're gonna give me that. Thank you. We don't need another bridge. Where am I at with my numbers for that? I think I need 8 more? Or do I need to get to 45? I don't remember, but I will figure that out. Sonic and Gamera would be fun. They both can spin dash, kinda. You're not gonna give me anything I want. Oh well. And I'm gonna use this. And knock you out. I'll take your necklace. Mean to me. Oh, another one. I'm gonna get you. Take your necklace. None of this is helping me. Take more of your stuff. Be rude to him. Now, what did we learn? What did we learn? What did we learn? Okay, another crossover I think would be a good idea is Sonic and Power Rangers. I want to see, like... Because, like, I think the Sonic characters already have the color scheme for it. Like, you could just put them in the suits. I'm gonna steal your chain. Got you. Now you're gonna think about what you've done as I push you out of bounds. You don't even get your toy anymore. Steal his wife. This is what I do to Hamlin. This is what I do to Hamlin. Sonic and Crash Bandicoot would be fun. Ooh, a piece of heart. Okay, so I gotta get one more. That's pretty good, actually. I'm making good time on those heart pieces. Sonic X... I can see, like, the DeviantArt circa, like, 2006 art of, like, a Sonic Full Metal Alchemist. This is the Amy Rose training arc. Real and true. Cortex and Eggman would be a funny group. Sonic X TMNT, I think is really good. Now, I think anime crossovers are on the table for, like, Sonic, because we did, like, I think it's within last year, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Naruto from IDW. So, like, I think saying an anime crossover, whether it's Full Metal Alchemist, Dragon Ball, whatever, I don't think it's as crazy as an idea as, like, we might think it is. Like, I don't know a whole lot about Full Metal Alchemist, so I can't speak too intelligently about it. Is this a collab? I'm the only one here. But I usually try to... Other streams, I try to get other people on. I thought I heard Sonic X My Hero Academia was a thing. That honestly would... The only thing that I would say that would hold that back is that My Hero ended. So maybe they'd be hesitant to do more stuff with it, though I think the anime might still be going. Sonic and My Life as a Teenage Robot. I think that would be good, actually. I think that would be a fun one. I don't know too much about StarCraft. Elaborate. I would like to know. I would like to know what you know. You heard of the My Hero one. You're like, Ed, Edd n Eddy has been off the air for some time now. Y'all have seen that video, right? That's like my favorite video on the internet. The the gunfight over Ed and Nettie. Ed and Nettie's been off the air for some time now. The thing that I like about that video the most is that occurred at the mall that I grew up around. That's like and it's like, I saw it. The second he's like, I'm out at White Marsh, and I'm like, I know where this is. I know where this is. And I look in the background, I'm like, I see things that I recognize. Okay, I was so worried it was rupees again. Ed and Eddie's been off the air for some time now. Who is the strongest Sonic character that Rolf could solo? Rolf could solo the end. Did the mod change the voice? It did. We got Amy voice lines in this. Rolf soloed Enerjack and it wasn't close. The son of a shepherd. So you're here, I've been looking for you. Rolf beat every Sonic villain at the same time. But fear not, Jaboon was able to flee the island before it was attacked. This is much like you to guess where that abode may be. On the island where you were born, on Outset. Yet even if you were to go to Outset now, you would not be able to see Jaboon. The cave where he hides is sealed within a mighty stone Okay, I gotta get bombs now. Bombs? Rope? You want it? Out if anyone would know of your whereabouts, it would be the pirates. I told them this tale without so much as a thought of the consequences. I don't know where they hoped to get, but they immediately set sail for Outset and tried to break into the cave. It's lucky they could not gain entrance. I've heard that they were last spotted on Windfall Island, but doing what I do not know. Nephthys the Vulture. Metroid would be fun. I don't know how you do it. You could do multiverse stuff, but you could also just maybe just not acknowledge it and just try to be like, oh, we did a space adventure and they're in different locations. Okay, so I have to go northeast. Sonic Forces, but played like a StarCraft, Warcraft, and Halo. That would be fun. I think a Sonic RTS could be really fun. I know I once said in a different live stream chat, I was like, an RTS, but it's a Sally Acorn game, and you're just commanding forces. Dude, could you imagine the kind of talk Lanolin and Nephthys would have between each other? That would be fun. I would like that. I always like when it's raining in Wind Waker. It's a vibe. Like, it's really cool. I really like how the Amy model gets lit in the rain too. It's fun. The Archie almost got the license to Mario. Yeah, the plan was that I read about, at least. I don't know how accurate it is, that if they got the license to Mario, the next crossover would have been, they would have kept the comic going for another crossover if they could, and it would have been Sonic, Mega Man, and Mario. But I know they also were tried to get the license to Metroid and Kirby, but I don't know if those got greenlit, if they would have been like that crossover instead, because I love both those franchises. Very different vibes from what Mario would have added to it. Not right now, Tingle. Maybe later, Tingle. I do want a Sonic Ultraman crossover. It can't be like that too hard, because like Ultraman's owned by a toy company now. They wanna like get stuff out for Ultraman. So like, why not cross over with big franchise? Because like they want Ultraman to be mainstream in America too. That's why they're doing same day dubs and stuff. Like, and the Netflix, I love the Netflix Ultraman movie. If you haven't seen the Netflix Ultraman movie, highly suggest you check it out. It's really well animated. I really love it. There's also a Netflix anime, which I have not watched all the way through. I watched the first episode and was interested, but have not gotten further on it because I'm terrible at watching TV. But the movie I love. What crossover characters would be able to tap into a super form? I mean, we have to do Super Godzilla, right? You gotta go, but have a great... Thank you. Thank you for coming by. I misheard Tingle as Tangle, and now I can only imagine. Put her in the outfit. Sonic and Heisei Gamera. Yeah, like, that would be fun. Like what you mentioned about ancient civilizations and stuff. That would be a good idea. Yeah, I see. I remember what I gotta do. I gotta go in there. At the same time, though, we just got a letter. We just got a letter. Thanks, Orca. Thanks for giving me money I can't hold, Orca. Thanks. I gotta hit up those fairy islands to upgrade my money bag. Tails or maybe Sage versus Power Dada. Now, is the teacher here? Can I offload my things to her right now? Shadow on a motorcycle using a laser gun on multiple Gauss. That would be fun. Oh, she doesn't want this right now. Hold on. What's a crossover you never want to see? I don't want to, like, put a limit on stuff, because, like, if someone has an idea, I think it can work. Like, if you have, like, if you're, like, genuinely inspired. The crossovers I don't want to see are when people are like, these two things are popular, so if we put them in the same thing, it'll make money. That's the one I don't want to see. I want ones where it's like, sure, that can be, like, the idea that, like, gets, like, that on the table. Where, like, people are like, these two things are popular, together they'll make money. But, like, I only want that idea to happen if it's, like, a good story, right? Like, that's all I really want. So I don't want to say no idea is off the table, but, like, I don't know. I think y'all get what I'm saying. Where it's like, I'm sure every idea can have some merit if you come at it on the right angle. Sonic X Family Guy, baby. I think it's funny that this Amy side-eye like that is adorable. It's fun. The funny thing about this guy, though, is that after this experience, he becomes a good guy. It's Sonic X Monster High. Now, Nemesis, I think you should look up the Sonic villain Infinite, and then tell me he wouldn't make a great Monster High doll. There would be people spending exorbitant amount of money for an Infinite Monster High doll. You could push for a whole Sonic X Godzilla art collab and do a whole stream showing the entries. That would be really fun. I feel weird always. I feel weird asking for art rather than art just like happening, because I'm gonna end up feeling like, I don't know. It's like, what could I do for that though? Sonic and Star Fox would be fun. Hi Axel, thank you for coming by the stream. Not the Jackal Man. But let me look at his design and then look at a Monster High doll. And it's like, oh yeah. It's very obvious. Like, it's like, it fits. No monster. Say what you will. Say what you will about Monster High, it makes money. And honestly, I've been to a few cons, and I've seen, like, the Elvira one, I've seen the Chucky and Tiffany one at, like, a con, and I was like, these are really cute. I think these are really fun. If they weren't $300, I would pick them up. I'm watching you and my friend play 2 different games at once. Also playing Game Grumps on the TV. This is Max Indulgence. Now you just need to put Subway Surfers at the bottom of your vision, and it's complete. Sonic X cards in a bed. Okay, this. Say there, brother. What was today's password? It would kill the Sonic franchise. I think the Sonic franchise should survive everything. I don't think anything can kill the Sonic franchise. We've been through really bad lows. The password is treasure. That's funny. The Monster High stuff. The only Monster High stuff I'm interested in are the crossover things. Like the Gremlins one, I thought was really cute. The Universal Monsters ones. Like, those are the ones I think. You don't like the way this dude's schmoovin'. I'm gonna stun on him real fast. What would be a good horror series to cross over with? This is gonna be a little conceptual, so follow me when I say this. Tales from the Crypt, but not with like any specific character, but with formatting. A Sonic Tales from the Crypt book that's 3 different separated stories. Right? Like, it's 3 different books, and like either you make a Sonic OC that's like the Crypt Keeper, or you just put the Crypt Keeper in it. Because I like anthology horror a whole lot, so I think a Sonic anthology horror would be fun. Sonic X Goosebumps, that wouldn't be bad. They gotta revive the brand for a 3rd time, though, for Goosebumps, though. Sonic Treehouse of Horror. I guess Treehouse of Horror is doing a Tales from the Crypt, right? Okay, some of I've never been sure about. I'm gonna zoom in real fast for y'all. I guess I can't zoom in. This is Tetra's mom, right? I've always assumed this, but I've never known for sure. This is Tetra's mom, correct? Tales from the Crypt would be a funny title. No, Tails has to be the narrator then. Tails in like a spooky little outfit. Okay, this one I think there's parts I can skip if I do it right. Like, I think I can sequence break some of it, like, because you're supposed to go hit all the lanterns, but I think there's ones I can skip if I aim right. I had a thought for Metal Desires, what were Mighty and Ray doing? Who were they I think Mighty, Ray, and Honey never got infected. This is my headcanon. Mighty, Ray, and Honey are different. They're built different. Tetra's mom's name is Tetris. This is true. This is real. Yeah, I think I can go directly across. Huh? Okay, cool. I think I can make it that way. The three were doing some Phantom Pain-ass story. Yes! One try. Speaking of money, I like the idea that he's deceptively strong. Someone like Tumble would throw a punch, Mighty catches it and immediately twists his wrist. That would be fun. I think that's how you should I think you should introduce Mighty and Ray fighting Rough and Tumble. Like, Rough and Tumble are already, like, Sonic's jobbers, right? They're there to make another villain look more impressive. So why not put over the heroes like that, too? I think that would be a fun idea. Mighty knows CQC! This isn't a Sonic crossover, and I've never played them, but the idea has been in my head for a Shantae crossover with Wario. I can see that. I also haven't played Shantae, but from what I know, I think that would be a fun idea. Rough and Tumble are the Bebop and Rocksteady of Sonic. This is true. Ray has rated sword. Shadow definitely knows CQC. They're also the Jesse and James of Sonic. Okay, so if Rough and Tumble are the Jesse and James of Sonic, I think Rough and Tumble need like a little like smart talking freak hanging out with them too. No, we need to bring back Coconuts. We need to bring back Coconuts, and Coconuts is Rough and Tumble's friend. Coconuts is the one in charge of Rough and Tumble. That's what I want. This is what I want. Sega, if you're there. Where's my boat? He moved. This is the problem with having a sentient boat. He likes to move too much. And he's pointing the wrong direction. I got a letter. Notice from Beetle's shop. We're now selling bombs, and here's a chart. Okay. Sonic Sailor Moon. They kind of did that in the comics. We got Sally Moon once. That would be fun. That was fun. But maybe doing a take 2 of that would be good too. Don't talk to me, I'm drowning. Fiona being a boss for Rough and Tumble would be fun also. That's also not a bad idea. Ever watched the Sonic Plus channel Spin Dash? I have not. What's their stuff like? When did the sharks start spawning? I thought it was really weird that Knuckles was the tuxedo mask in that parody. I mean, they were hinting... They hint for a little bit about Knuckles and Sally maybe being a thing. Because in Archie canon, Sally is Knuckles' first friend. And I don't hate the idea. I don't hate the idea of Knuckles and Sally as a pairing. Especially that it's sad. It's sad that they don't get to be friends with each other for long because of so many things. The sharks in this game? Yeah, he's about to get me. Turn around. Come on. That's a fun idea. The Team Destruct 6. Everyone always says Sonic needs a Sinister Six. Yeah, the Sonic Sally Knuckles love triangle doesn't last long. That might be Ken's fault because Ken is like, oh, here's Julie Sue, and I think that would have continued. I think Sonic Sally Knuckles love triangle would have continued if Julie Sue was never introduced. Trauma bonding over their crappy parent. That is, Sally and Knuckles have the worst parents of pre-reboot. I have constructed 2 different, like, possible video essays in my head about Locke and King Max. Because I have so much shit to talk. No, I didn't go far enough. There was a love triangle? Oh, buddy. In Archie, there's always a love triangle, and I say this with love in my heart. That I love Archie. But yeah. I also gotta do a video about Julie Sue, and like, does Julie Sue succeed at being the character they want her to be? Father's Day video where you talk about the worst dad. But that's the thing, Max I don't think is a bad dad. I think he's a bad king, which leads to him being a bad dad. Ken is no longer on the Sonic writing team. You can be happy about that. He's not there, but he has legal rights to some of the books he's written. So he's still publishing Sonic stuff, so I still have to talk about him. I have an idea for a video on Archie Sonic, but that's most likely a multi-part thing. Yeah. Have you seen the art project Wind Waker Unflooded? That sounds familiar, but I'm going to say just to be sure, I have not. Because if you're going to link me something, like, or at me with something on Twitter, I would like to see it. Archie feels like a soap opera at its very worst. Sometimes. But sometimes there's stuff that I really like. So Archie as the series, what I will say about Archie is that there's lower lows, but there's higher highs. When it's bad, it's really bad. When it's good, some of my favorite comics. And this is me liking a whole lot of comics with stuff too. So it's on YouTube. I'll look it up later. 95% of the conflict in Archie is because Max is appointing the most blatantly evil people because Goop told him to. Goop is always doing this. There's a whole Spider-Man arc about Goop telling you to do things. When I was younger, I had some Archie Sonic. It was probably the worst ones. One was Sonic Select with the Tails miniseries, which was cool, and the other had Titan Tails. I'm so sorry. Honestly, it makes sense that Archie would be the love triangle universe, considering Betty, Veronica, and Archie are the poster children for love triangles. This is true. I do like... Okay, I'm gonna say I do read, like, regular Archie sometimes. Because I do like regular Archie. I will say this, though. Both Betty and Veronica deserve better. Like, both of them deserve better than what they've been experiencing. Oh, I forgot to get a fairy. I'm gonna have to get a fairy later. Would it be fair for me to refer to Titan Tails as JoJo Tails because it's the physique of a JoJo character? This might be mean to JoJo characters. You saying Goop reminds me of this B movie about evil slime. That's the stuff, right? You're talking about the stuff. Ultraman-like redesign for Titan Tails. That would be fun. Honestly, it wouldn't be the first Ultraman reference in Archie Sonic, but I think that could work. Axel, you can't put the sentence Archie was high-key hoeing around in my chat. That's crazy. Would you like to continue playing? Yes. Okay, there is a place I can get fairies right now. Because we have to heal Grandma. If you could write one love triangle, what would you go for? Eggman, Starline, Stone for me. That would be fun, actually. I like Eggman, Starline, Stone. That would be funny. That would... Get away from me. Get away from me! Honey is Meryl. I'm being silenced. I'm right. This is a certified Marge Simpsons moment. You're right, but you shouldn't say it. Starline is the psychotic yandere people think Amy is. God. Eggman, Warpnik, and Von Schleemer. Well, Warpnik is his cousin. Are they fighting over Von Schleemer? Okay, this is always a little difficult for me. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Please, 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 please. Yes. What are you? Uh, to quote Dracula, the bugs are back. H Squid, you know what I wish was canon? The Ultra form. I like Ultra Sonic a lot. It's a very cool idea, even though he's got limited appearances. Oh, yeah, I forgot to show that off. The bombs are unique in this mod, too. Hold on. Hold on, I need to show you all the bombs, because I love them. The bombs are like the rubber ducks. Like, there's a rubber duck Sonic characters you can buy. That's what the bombs are. They're very cute. I like them a whole lot. So, Squirrel, you think, this is just what I'm picking up, what you're putting down. You want David Hayter to voice Mighty. Shard and Bell versus Metal and Sage, and it's the scene from Venom 2. They're not symbiotic. We, Stop blowing up Duck Amy. I unfortunately have no control over this. Lamp oil, rope, bombs. She gave me a bigger wallet! Mod that replaces Gerald's speech with Dracula flow lines. The bugs are back. Okay, I gotta get one of these. My poor sick grandmother needs a fairy. Got him. He's so sad. He's so sad and she's so happy. And the rest you can chill. Crossover with Planet of the Apes. Have you read the Green Lantern Planet of the Apes crossover? It's very good. Nothing would change. I'm gonna take your stuff. Ow! Mean to me! Take your lumps! I need to post the Avatar: The Last Airbender Dracula flow. Look, there's the Tubbs Amy. I have to get it before it explodes, but it's very cute. The bugs are back. Spino, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot what I said. Wait, what you're asking about movie, I forgot the words I said the moment they came out of my mouth. Sonic versus the Predator would be fun. Big Pig! Big Pig! I cannot lift this pig! He is too much! She goes cross-eyed when she attempts to lift the pig! I have to see the new Predator movie. I want to see the new Predator movie so bad. Post-Frontier Sonic meets Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic. That'd be so funny. I disturb. If this letter does not interest you, please throw it out without a second thought. But this is your big chance. Do you need an empty bottle? I do need all those things. We have ones of each. Go to the shop shift on Rockspire Island. Oh, this is going to be really expensive. There's a mod for, because you mentioned who would be the Armstrong of the Sonic universe. There is a mod that replaces Armstrong with Eggman. All systems, full power. And bottle. Okay, so if you don't remember the canon we made up, Amy's adopted. Amy's adopted. I saw Predator Killer of Killers. I really like that one. Amy is adopted. This is the canon that we're working with. Okay. Amy, is that you? Grandma's happy to see your bright, shining face. One day I want to come over to your place and we can play games and I can play Sag. That'd be fun. Did you heal me? You're such a sweet child. And your sister Ariel is trying so hard to be strong and I've just been sitting here moaning and worrying. I'm your grandmother. I'm the one who should be taking care of you. So sorry, Amy. I haven't even considered what you must be going through. I'm a terrible grandma. This is all I have to give you right now. You can keep it in your empty bottle. Got some soup! I think the soup... Yeah, life and magic. So this is the best thing you can get in the game. Yeah, and you get each bottle, it's like it's filled twice. Yeah, so you can always come back and fill this up. It's just a matter of getting to the island to do it. Don't do anything reckless. Don't tell me what to do. Let me map the buttons the way I want them to be mapped. There we go. Nothing beats Grandma's homemade soup. I don't think my grandmother has ever done that. Bottled soup. Amy is Toon Link fan art now. This version of Amy deserves fan art. Very grumpy looking in this pose. I missed. Now, I think I want to do the Forbidden Fortress because we get something at the Forbidden Fortress for this mod, and I think everyone will be thrilled about it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I need to get closer. I could totally draw Toon Link Amy for you. I would appreciate it. If Instagram and TikTok DMs are open, should I send some screenshots of her? Just at me with them, really. My DMs aren't... I don't think... My DMs are kind of open on Instagram. Like, I have to check the requests, which I always forget to do. Am I gonna run out of bombs? Am I gonna lose this for the first time I have ever ever? That is a hefty door. I'm gonna run out of bombs. What do you mean? They all hit. Every single missile hit the target. What do you mean? What do you mean? This has never happened. I have to get more bombs now. Is Sonic dead in this timeline? Sonic's on vacation. Don't worry about him, he's fine. Can I pass that? I cannot. Okay. Normally it breaks at that point. That's very odd. I have to buy bombs from you now. At least your prices are fair. Can't go on TikTok on cold access denied. I think Instagram, though, my stuff is fine. I'm gonna save again. It can't be that I upscaled the game, right? That can't be it, because I think I've played in this, like, quality before. And, like, when I was testing it, I definitely got past this point. Alright. We're gonna... Okay, we're not gonna miss a single shot. Okay, we're gonna wait to get close. We're gonna wait to get close, and then we're gonna unload on it. We're not gonna waste anything. I swear to God, if it's the same thing that happened on the Silent Hill stream, I'm gonna lose my mind. Okay, it was where I was aiming. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay, fine. It'll be cool for Sonic, something similar to Star Wars Visions or the Animatrix. Big fish! Fishes in chat! I'm always saying this. Big the fish! Big the fish! How the tables have turned. We have to get to the Forsaken Fortress because there's something special here. So how much longer do you intend for this episode? We're gonna get to the Forbidden Fortress because there's something important there I need to get. Oh wait, no, I can't do the Forbidden Fortress yet because there's still... I thought that was next. No, it's the Temple of Gods next, isn't it? Oh, dang. I still have a little bit to go before I get to the fortress. Okay, well, let's unlock the fortress so we're saved out in front of it for the next episode. But, because I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat the Temple of God dungeon that fast. But we're gonna get set up so we start at the Temple of Gods next time. I won't forget about the art, but we gotta get set up. We gotta do these first. Okay. You ever gonna play Sonic Dreams Collection? I don't think that's... Like, even if I did, I can't imagine a lot of people showing up for that, honestly. Like, because it's old at this point. Most people know all the jokes for it. Like, if it was... Like, if it was a couple years ago, maybe. But I think, like, it's so well known at this point. Like, I think I have it memorized. Like, I know what occurs within. Alright, we gotta go diagonal, too. It's like a certain old turtle because of how it's old. This is true. I'm always saying this. Could stop at that fairy island that's directly ahead of us. Old! I call Salty on Discord right now and ask him to and just be like, "How old are you?" I'm old. Any Sonic fan comics you've been looking forward to lately? I'm keeping track of a good couple things. I'm like periodically check. I'm not calling Salty right now randomly at 9 o'clock at night. I'm not doing that. This thing's here. I need to take their joy pendants. I need to take their joy from them. I mustn't. I cannot. I shouldn't. What are you giving up for? I'm gonna get hit by a bomb! The map is pretty big in this game. Okay. Can I... That was a mistake! Can I make it over? I think I can. I should stream Deltarune. I should stream Deltarune at some point. I am like very like locked in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting cooked. Who is even firing at me? Everyone's dead. Give me your stuff! That doesn't do anything to you! Into the sea! Amy almost looks buff in this mod, doesn't she? Maybe, I don't know. I need to switch back to the sail. Now, what is the least amount of wind changes I have to do? I think 2. Go up for the 2, and then down right for the last one. And I think that's the least amount of wind changes I have to do. You can take out the bombs from those cannons from your ship. I know, but what's fun is there if I'm not challenging myself? I'm old. I don't know what Gerson's should sound like. I'll have to play the game. Because right now, the entire interaction I have with Gerson is, I'm old! And that's all I know. Take the pearl. Leave me alone! Whoa! I didn't know I could do that! Him being old is a defining trait. It'll be the defining trait of us all eventually. I'm old! I feel it every day. April is genuinely disturbed by the big thing I just killed. Do you think Amy puts her hammer in a pocket dimension like Bugs Bunny? She definitely has access to mallet space. Unfortunately, it's specifically for her mallet. Be careful about streaming because Deltarune fans are kind of pushy. You know, I don't want to, like, part of me wants to be like, well, Sonic fans act a fool sometimes too, but then I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this might be hubris. This might be hubris to say, because I don't know what, like, is within this fandom. So I could be, like, setting myself up to get cooked. That's it, I'm getting me mallet. There's some other stuff over there. I should go over there to get their joy pendants. Don't look at me. Sonic fans, Deltarune fans, how much alike? How should I put this? I'm gonna be very unhappy about this fandom, perhaps. Cause I know I crashed out like a few weeks ago because like Sonic fans like bullied someone off the internet for having a headcanon, and it really bothered me because I'm like, where do we get off saying things to anybody? Deltarune fans are very backseated. Does Amy have a tail in this mod? I don't think so. We'll pretend it's under the dress. Come on. I'm just gonna swim the rest of the way there. I'm not... Pick your joy. And into the sea you go. I recommend playing it with someone who's maybe already played the game and then can read the comics for you. Now, the people I specifically crashed out about, they were Sonic TikTok fans. That was who I was crashing out about. Imagine having a Twitter nowadays. I get mad every day. I read something and I get mad. What headcanon? It was something about Fleetway Supersonic. Like a character who truly hasn't shown up for like... Whoa! A character who truly hasn't shown up for like an absurdly... And it wasn't even like... It's barely a headcanon because like I see what they're coming from. Like it was like, oh, this isn't wrong. It's ignoring part of the character, but it's not wrong. Basically, they both were like looking at different parts of the character, and both of them were insisting that it was only one way, but the people who were insisting the one part were just louder and bullied, who I'm pretty sure was a child, off the internet, and I got so mad and like crashed out about it. If you're just trying to have your own unique experience, there are going to be people in chat backseating trying to get you backwards to go to a specific room. They don't know how agitating I can truly be. I will make it the worst stream for them possible. Ah! I will... Okay, well, I'm just gonna throw these two things into each other. No free rides. Was I already in here? I was! Already taken this. I will say you do seem to have the kind of fans who would love it. That would make you crash out. It was what I was crashing out about. I was crashing out about a child getting bullied off the internet for a harmless opinion. That made me so angry. Like, it was like, why does this person have to delete all their social media due to harassment? Because they like... They think Fleetway Supersonic has a sympathetic element to him. He does! That's a whole part of his story! That's like 20 issues! Is like, oh, after he gets amnesia, he doesn't want to be evil anymore. but he's destined to be evil because the only way for him to live is to have chaos energy. He's a sympathetic character, but people got angry that this person suggested he's sympathetic. And I got really mad because I got just pissed that it was like, why are people bullying a child over nothing? That's what I was crashing out about. Was this recent? Yes. This was very recent. Ah, damn it! Can I kill him with the bombs? I don't think so. I'm gonna try. Some people are assholes. I know this. I know this. Why? Why all the way back here? Sonic fan after successfully bullying a child off the internet. This is true. Did that poor child get doxxed as well? I don't know. I know they deleted all their socials and that made me upset. Even if they're wrong with don't bully children. Exactly. Like it was like, I don't know what happened to just leaving it alone. Like, whatever. Just if you disagree, it's like, just don't give them attention and then like let them scream in their little void. Like, that's it. But it was also like the people being like, oh, he's evil and like he'll like kill people, and I'm like, yeah, he will. But it's like, there's a whole part of the comic where he's deliberately made out to be sympathetic. And like, Nigel Kitching wanted to do a story about like Supersonic being put to trial for the crimes, but he's like, yeah, but I'm not that anymore. I wasn't in control of it. And it was going to be a whole thing where the comic was going to deal with like, is he responsible if he didn't have control over his actions and didn't remember doing it? Like, that was going to be a whole thing. It just didn't happen. Like, Supersonic in Fleetway is like a monster. He's scary, but he's got a sympathetic element. That's the whole thing. So if someone really is on to the sympathetic element and is like, I don't like him being portrayed as 100% a monster, I think that's fine. I think that's normal. But it's like, didn't have to bully him off the internet. It makes me upset. I don't like children being bullied for no reason. Do not... Is this far enough away from the tornado? Sonic fans are so insecure, yeah. This is true. I say this with all the love in my heart. I say this with all the love in my heart for this community. Come on. Sometimes it's like, come on, guys. We can be better. They hear one thing and then act like they know so much more than everyone. Yeah. Like, that's a thing I always try. I try very hard to, how I present myself. Like, even though like people look to me as a knowledge base for stuff, because I have so many like videos and shorts explaining stuff, there's stuff I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna pretend there's stuff I don't know. Like, I try to know as much as I can, but if someone comes at me with new information, goes, actually it's this, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, let me look into it. And if they're wrong, I'll be like, whatever. Vegeta wiped out an entire planet. We still have millions of people who find him as the most sympathetic character in Dragon Ball. Vegeta's my favorite Dragon Ball character. I don't even think Fleetway has that high of a kill count. I think he's maybe killed, like, not a lot. I think his kill count's actually pretty low. It's like... It's like how the artist for the comic Heart of the Monster had a big wave of negativity towards him. He's not going to do huge Sonic projects anymore. That sucks. I think we can all be better to each other. I think we can all be better to each other. Oh, I think there's a thing for me to get there. Either that or that's the divers and I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to them. Yeah, I don't watch Amazing Digital Circus, but I've certainly been seeing some stuff about it. I thank you for coming by the stream. I do see that creator's going through it, though, which is sad. This Amy model is so good. Bye, Amy! Is Amazing Digital Circus good? I haven't watched it, but I have friends who swear by it, so I'm sure it is. How's it going? It's going good. We're about to wrap up, but I'm going to show some art off at the end of the stream. Both art I've been sent, some art friends have done, and I kind of just want to show it all off. Thanos snapped. Bye, Amy. I hate Twitter with a passion. This is true. This is a good thing to feel. The tower, which of the Alright. We're gonna go in, and then we're gonna save, and then I think we'll call it for the stream. There's a very confused seagull coming out of there. Okay, and we'll save as soon as we get in here, and then... And we'll start in here next time. Let's save it. Alright, so we will start showing off some of the art. I need to get a lot of it pulled up, because I had some of it pulled up before the stream. But I wanted to make sure we had it all together. Ooh. Why is my volume mixer not responding? That's never happened. That's new. Okay, we'll switch to the just chatting screen real fast, and we'll just go through this real fast. Hold on, because I know I was added for some stuff too. So I want to bring that up. Um, Sorry, it's taking a second, chat. I'm just getting everything together. I see something I want to bookmark. Let me just click that real fast. That's funny. Hold on. Let me check because I know the Makar art was added at me. So some people added me. So let me. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to find everything. I've definitely retweeted the Makar art. Okay. Um. Scrolling real fast. Oh, let me show that off too, because we talked about this on a stream a little bit ago, and I didn't get to show it off. Sorry, and now I'm just going through everything I've been added with. Um. Okay. Okay, so let me. I think that's everything. Okay. So the first thing I want to show off. Oh, I forgot to bring up Darth's stuff. I'm very stupid. Okay. Darth picked some specific images to show off, and then let me just open all of them real fast, and then I will open. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I wish I was better prepared for this. Some of this stuff was sent to me during the stream. I had it in my head like this is what I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go through this, and this, and, and then it didn't work out. And okay, okay. I think that's everything that I want to show. Yeah, I brought those all up. Okay, so the stuff I want to show, just because I've been sent some cool art, and I just want to show off some cool art from friends and people who watch. Um, so the first one I want to show up, you may have seen on Twitter. Friend Nemesis did this piece because we talked about this on like a stream a while ago. The version of Sonic from Archie, which is like a Spider-Man one called Stealth the Hedgehog and Shadow Batman, as an homage um to the Sonic to the Spider-Man Batman crossover that that is really good. I like that comic too. But Nemesis did this with this is really cool. I like this a lot. The next thing was sent to my friend by my friend April. April is Ostermond in chat. I don't know how to pronounce your YouTube name. I'm sorry. Um, but April sent me this realistic rendering of SatAM Robotnik, which was a funny message to be the first thing I woke up to in the morning. It's really good, but I was very, I was like, this is the first thing I'm seeing today. And she asked me what what like face I think she uses a reference. Um and I didn't know it looked like super familiar. It's Jim Cummings who voices that Robotnik, which it's really good. This is a really good like rendering of it. That's real. It's really cool. Um, Papa Smoke. um, Last Wind Waker stream, Spino Dino sent this because we made a joke about Makar being taken over by the Venom symbiote. I thought it was really funny. Makar drew that. This next person I've talked about a few times, I shouted out to them last stream. This is the person doing another Sonic Wind Waker mod, which one where you play as Sonic and a bunch of characters are being replaced. After I gave him the shout out last time, they DM'd me, and we've talked a few times to show me a lot of cool stuff. I just want to give them a shout out again because they are really cool, and I think everyone here would like their stuff. And it looks like we got more people swinging by today too. So they've got a lot of cool stuff. They're also doing an Ocarina mod as well. So it's, let me go just to their artwork. Hold on. Yeah, they got an Ocarina one going. But yeah, Phantom Metal Sonic I think is really cool. I think some people here would really like Phantom Metal Sonic. This was drawn after a Rumble stream because we talked about yeah, you were next, Caleb. We talked about like the possibility of Mimic coming back in the audio drama, and we're like, what if like Mimic was revived by Gun? And I think it's really sick. This is a really sick design. I like the idea a whole lot. It's very cool. Um whose was that? This was probably okay, I'd opened doubles of some of these. Um what's my Blue Sky account? This is my Blue Sky account. This is me. I mainly end up posting like cross things in my videos. I don't go on it as often as I'd like to. Hold on, let me check the next tabs because I don't remember why I had these open. I don't remember why I had that open. Okay. The next ones I want to show off is art by my friend Darth, who is also on Wikizilla, and show off Darth's stuff real fast. I think I opened a double of one of your images. I did. Hold on. I think Darth does really cool work. I like Darth sends me art every once in a while, so if you want to follow Darth, there's Classic Amy, there's Blaze, Metal Sonic, the Chaotix. I always like seeing Heavy and Bomb around. Ebony from the Fleetway comics getting a redesign, getting a fresh redesign. I like that a whole lot. And then Shard, if Shard got to be in IDW, I like that a whole lot too. If you want to see Darth's stuff, Darth has a Tumblr right there. Darth also just did this piece, which I like a whole lot. And Darth also has a DeviantArt. So if you want to check out Darth's stuff there. I really like spotlighting artwork. I did that like last time for the last Wind Waker stream. I just enjoy doing that. So I don't know. Maybe if y'all want to like send me art you either do on for a stream or of a stream, or even just like fan art you think I'd enjoy related to it, send that stuff to me because I do like showing it. I like giving the little shout out. It makes me feel happy to do that. I always liked when streamers did like a little art section at the end. So even if it's very tangentially related to the stuff we talked about on a stream, I would like to do that. So if any of y'all do art, just keep that in mind. I am going to call it for the night though. Does it have to be Sonic art? If it's tangentially related to the stream, we'll do it. That's my view of it. Or if it's even just art for me, I'll show it off. Like if it's like tagged, I'll show that off. If it's something related to what we talked about, or you just think it's something I'd find that I'd like. I mean, like, I like Godzilla and stuff too. So stuff like that, I would enjoy. And I just like showing off art. So if anyone wants me to show stuff, I can definitely do that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call this stream right here. Um, Maybe want to do Wind Waker next week, but I'm gonna ask people if they want to maybe do a Crossworld stream next week for the Tangle and Whisper Festival. And if they don't want to, we'll do Wind Waker again. But I definitely want to play Crossworlds with some people. If I do Crossworlds, so I think I'll call it for right now. I want to thank you all for coming by, and I will see y'all next time.